Welcome back, everybody. Today we are reviewing 65. It is directed by Scott Beck and Bryan Woods, who also wrote the film, and stars Adam Driver and Ariana Greenblatt. Now, the concept is simple. If you guys have seen the trailer, Adam Driver is transporting a bunch of passengers on a spaceship, and they hit a meteor, like an asteroid belt, and they crash land on Earth. Turns out, this is Earth 65 million years ago, and you know what that means. Dinosaurs are on the loose. I don't know why I'm saying the plot like this. Like, I don't know. I feel like I need to be like editing this like super sharp with like zoom ins. Like, you know what that means. It's dinosaurs. I don't know why I said that. But anyways, I have been looking forward to this movie. I think it was earlier than the Super Bowl. I can't remember when I first saw this trailer, but I was like, Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs with a machine gun. I'm in. I don't need to see another trailer. I don't need to see another like second of this. And you know what? I am really proud of this. Now, I don't do box office. I'm not Dan Murrell. I hope this movie makes a lot of money, but I will say that no matter what, I do respect that the studio and the directors and, producers only put out one trailer. Now, granted, I don't think that was probably like not for some artistic reason of not wanting to give anything away. It was probably because, just the budget they had for marketing didn't allow them to put out a second trailer. But I don't care. I'm going to take it as some artistic choice to not show the movie. I'm good with that. And I'm going to stick with that because I'm glad. Because I don't want to give away too much of this movie because I really enjoyed it. Now, if you are going to this, and this is so funny because, I just reviewed Cocaine Bear, which I didn't enjoy, and everyone's going to say, Ben, the movie gave you exactly what you wanted, a bear on cocaine. That's very true, but it wasn't entertaining to me. It wasn't funny to me. I didn't have a good time. This movie gives me exactly what I want, Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs, and it was entertaining. It was a lot of fun, and I think the difference here is that I think this is much better directed where, you see a little bit in the trailer. I don't want to give too much away, but the tension is there. I think Scott Beck and Bryan Woods do a great job of trying to jaws it up where you don't see the dinosaurs for a while. Now, it doesn't make sense. There's that shot in the trailer with one of the dinosaurs kind of floating by Adam Driver, but then he just kind of sits there and it doesn't attack him. Should they have maybe done something with that? Maybe, but I'm okay with that tension building they did throughout the movie. There's some real solid jump scares in here. I will say that much. There's some really solid jump scares, but they're earned jump scares. They're not just loud noises for no reason or something. I'm going to see Scream 6 tomorrow, and we'll see how I feel about that. I wasn't a big fan of 5, but I hope I like this one. But I think the tension was well done. It was well built. These dinosaurs are scary. They've got the familiar shapes you're used to, but with a little more a little more teeth, a little more like angular faces. They look rougher than Jurassic Park and stuff like that. And the CGI is good. There's one or two wonky dinosaurs in there, but I'm sure that's just budget. And I'm okay with that. This is probably a lower budget movie. I don't know. I'm sure this sounds like I'm making all the excuses, but I am. I enjoyed this movie, so I'm willing to forgive these things. When I see a movie like Cocaine Bear that I wasn't a fan of, I'm gonna nitpick the bad-looking CGI bear. And the fact that this movie is 93 minutes long. Oh, hey, kitty. This movie is 93 minutes long with credits. And Cocaine Bear, how long is Cocaine Bear? Let me look it up real quick. It is 1 hour and 35. So it's somehow, they're basically the same length, but somehow Cocaine Bear felt so long. And this movie uses its time perfectly. The one thing I'll say is that there's a little bit of a preamble before the movie. Not before the movie, but before he gets on the spaceship. And I think they could have done without that. I think they did a really good job with the flashbacks in this movie, flashing back to Adam Driver's home life and his family and stuff like that. I think we could have just started with him on the spaceship and then, just gotten right into it. There's one too many flashbacks, and I will say specifically one. I don't mean there's too many flashbacks. There's one flashback I think was overkill, and I think that must have been a producer note of I don't know if the audience gets what happened in those other things, so we got to make sure they know. And that one felt like the producers of the studio not trusting the director and not trusting the audience to understand, because it felt a little bit overkill. But honestly, I love the dinos. I love that there were bugs in this movie, because, like, you know, prehistoric bugs are crazy and awful. And I was always like, yeah, what about bugs? And they have bug moments in this, and they're terrible and they're disgusting, and I love it. There's a really cool fight scene in the dark, and I think they did it in a really unique and interesting way. Adam Driver is putting his entire back into this. I think he's amazing, and I think that's a big difference in Cocaine Bear as well. I'm sorry, I'm really not here to bag on Cocaine Bear, but they're very similar in runtime, and what you see is what you get kind of movies, and are you going to find them entertaining or not? And this could be a roll of the dice for someone. Someone could really not be into this, but one of my favorite actors fighting dinosaurs, one of my favorite things since childhood, yeah, I'm gonna love it. It's just that simple. It really is just that simple. So I love this movie. Ariana Greenblatt, who is the little girl that Adam Driver, that's like the one survivor that he has to help, you know, try and make it through this with. I think she does a great job. I think, like, her acting alongside Adam Driver. I just listened to a podcast about Man on Fire where Dakota Fanning is going toe-to-toe with Denzel. I think Ariana Greenblatt does a great job going toe-to-toe with Adam Driver. I think she's great, and it could have been a very bad performance and, you know, kind of slowed the movie down, but I don't think it did. I think in some points of the movie, like how I said how well they built the tension, there could have been, like, some of the editing was a little sloppy for me. Some of the cuts were a little sloppy, where it's like, oh, you should have held on this for longer, like, you know, tilting the camera. But other than that, these are really just nitpicks. Like, for me, I was fully entertained the whole time. They do a great job of, like, the minute he steps outside his crashed spaceship, he's in danger. They do a great job of setting that tone, and I loved it. I had a great time. There's really not much more to say about this, is that either you are going to have a good time with this movie or not. And if you don't, that's totally fair, because I know a lot of my friends had a great time with Cocaine Bear, and I didn't like it. But I had a great time with this movie. Adam Driver is just giving it his absolute all, and I respect it. This is exactly what I came for this movie, and I got it. I got exactly what I wanted out of this movie, and I can't recommend it enough. I will be buying this on Blu-ray. I will be watching this, you know, on a streaming service. This is a great movie night movie, 90 minutes in and out, but I do strongly recommend going to see it in theaters, because the sound editing on the dinosaurs, on, like, just the kind of silence in the movie when they're using it, when they're going around the jungle, and the score is pretty good too. So I definitely recommend going to see this in theaters, because you won't regret it. It's a solid movie going experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Patrons, you got this a few days early, so thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Oscars are on Sunday, guys. I'm really excited. Let me know what you thought of 65 in the comments below. I'm really curious if this works for other people, because it really worked for me. I thought I had a great time with this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.